Welcome to Dan ARG YouTube. Comrade Newton say Naija na recent problem the continent of Africa is facing. Make I leave you, make you hear from Comrade Newton. The kind message wey bring come today. Enjoy the video.
Go and check it. It's up to 1 million. But Nigeria, the president couldn't go, the vice couldn't go because they cannot liaise internationally. They cannot liaise. It isn't a fulanization. They want to go talk there. Go. I will play the voice of Rafosa for you now. That is how president speaks. That man speaks as even speaks more than Obama. Obama they learn for where that man they because they have been suppressing all our leaders. All they do is to support Agbeu. They supported another. As many of you are in Europe supporting this same APC government. Now God will punish you in a hurry. But they don't wanna. Except this way to now the support really good. We don't have a leader who intercede for us when it comes to international body. Nobody cares. All they know is about themselves. Maybe they give you 10 million. 10 million there. You will not live to eat that money they've got to give to you for bribe. You will not live to eat that money. You will, as Nigeria is being rehabilitated, and Nigeria they go back on a way to support this government. They that go here and go back. Certainly will begin to see what you guys are doing. Yes, are really this man. He done the doing. First summit since you enter office. Umami no ya guan na gbonu gbo wa no wagun. Na gbonu gbo wa no 200 something million people. 200 something million people. No one they are alive because your personal benefit. Any dues against you people. Today. Projecting a house. A government that is even managing, I even call it manage. Until we see that the Edo state is in its full effect. I will not call any person a god. That's me for you. As you are doing, I'm encouraging you to do more. I will never say, okay, what by me say, all roads in Benin, we are wonderful days. From here, all the lovers of freedom, all the patriots all over the world, God Almighty bless you all richly. I bring in good tidings from the creator of the universe, who was never created, the one that seeth the ending from the beginning. Please, if you are watching this very broadcast, don't hesitate to share and also vividly invite a friend. This is a broadcast you don't want to miss. Very, very essential you share this very broadcast. Please, as you are watching, let your hand be in love and like. Your comment, like, is highly welcome. Please always comment. Very, very important. And also your love and like is also very, very important. Things are changing, things are changing. By the grace of God, our activism is doing wonders. And I will not fail to appreciate every of our African brothers who is really advocating. All our people that be praying normal traditional prayer that our father were praying before King James Version, the Bible were brought to Africa. So your prayer have been very, very effective. Please just continue in that lane. Continue in that lane. Your prayer will be very, very effective. I'm going to be playing some mini video to us of the speech Rafosa made in this global financing summit that was held in France. So I bet you Africa, we are, taking back our sovereignty. And the only problem today that the continent of Africa has is Nigeria. That's the only problem we have because Nigeria, they are known occupying the position they ought to be. And by the grace of God, I thank God for the African leaders. They sidelined them already. They really sidelined them, and I love it. I'm very, very happy about it, because we're in an era, if you don't want waka, let me pass. So nobody will wait for you again, and so that you play your dirty politics. So go and see how Ramaphosa and William Ruto, go and see. That is, this whitey, that is, they sit down. They couldn't, that's what I want to see. That's what I want to see. That is what I want to be seeing. If I let that one my activities do, I'm okay. I'm proud today that I'm an African. For real. I'm proud seeing what those men go there to represent. At least every one of you. Be proud that you are an African. Because the time is going to come when the key of this world will be handed over to you. A time it will come when the key of this very world will be handed over to you. So that's why, whatever it takes, we have to do it. Whatever it takes for each and every one of us to begin to advocate. These were some of the various summits that all our leaders, they will attend. There will not be cooperation. But Nigeria, they wanted to start using Nigeria again. So that we will remain in this very position. Huh? We have 54 leaders. They will just come out and they go France the other day here now. They will go stand like Buzu. Macron will decide the life of 54 leaders from different countries, billions of people. One small boy, 40-something years old, will decide. One see the shame and disgrace upon them today, because some person choose to stand. One look at the shenanigans, APC and all these aliens we have in our countries, what they are promoting. Tinubu couldn't speak anything. He couldn't, because they don't know the meaning of governance. They are only to share the money. See how they have supporters now. Look at all of them, bovine and constituent. A lot of you don't know when the head is sick, the body is sick. The same thing Buhari did to us for good 8 years. That man was unable to draw any international whatever that will help the people. The only speech was that the youth are lazy. No speech. How can you are a leader, you cannot represent your people? Then you are not a leader now. You are a looter. That's what the people they voted for. The position Nigeria we are supposed to be. Thank God for God will bless Ramaphosa. Cyril Ramaphosa, the South African president, God will bless that man. And the rest of all of them are up to William Ruto. God will bless all of them. And God will punish all Nigerian leaders. And they draw us go back. So God will draw them go back and all their supporters. Because you guys are evil, eh? You guys does not know you don't value humans. A leader that is just newly elected, you couldn't go there and talk one particular thing. This was how they have been signing everything signable. Like telling on us today. I've told you before, we are going to bully ourselves. Oh my God, no, once they draw some people come out where they support, particularly these idiots in America. We don't want to look up on lacking, but one day when they go waka loss. No, you can't be doing this one to us now because of your personal selfish interest. Because of your personal selfish interest, you need money. Okay, what about Ramaphosa? We are not there, and William Ruto, we are not there. This is how they have been unleashing on us. We don't have a representative. We don't have it. We don't have it. Look at the peace deal they went for this thing. Comoros were there. Go and check the population of Comoros. Go and check it. It's not up to 1 million. But Nigeria, the president couldn't go, the vice couldn't go because they cannot liaise internationally. They cannot liaise. It isn't a fulanization. They want to go talk there. Go. I will play the voice of Ramaphosa for you now. That is how president speaks. That man speaks as Even speaks more than Obama. Obama, they learn for where that man dey. Because they have been suppressing all our leaders. All they do is to support Agbeu. They supported another. As many of you are in Europe, supporting this same APC government. Now God will punish you in a hurry. But they don't wanna. Except this way to now the support really good. We don't have a leader who intercede for us when it comes to international body. Nobody cares. All they know is about themselves. Maybe they give you 10 million. 10 million there. You will not live to eat that money they've got to give to you for bribe. You will not live to eat that money. You will, as Nigeria is being rehabilitated, and Nigeria they go back on a way to support this government. They that go here go back. Certainly will begin to see what you guys are doing. Yes, are really this man. He done the doing. First summit since you enter office. Umami no ya guan na gbonu gbo wa no wagun. Na gbonu gbo wa no 200 something million people. 200 something million people. No one they are alive because your personal benefit. Any dues against you people. Today. Projecting a house. A government that is even managing, I even call it manage. Until we see that the Edo state is in its full effect. I will not call any person a god. That's me for you. As you are doing, I'm calling you to do more. I will never say, okay, what by me say, all roads in Benin, we are where they can be away bonaje. All of them, they are very comfortable. That's why they believe in certain Jesus. That you have to pray and pray and pray and pray and pray before you can see 2 square meter to eat. First submit. Not be saying even read speech. You know what they are going to be talking about there. No statement today we can see. One way we yagboto. No project a weaponized palace. Only project a vodo. Because you may not to ever shine in your life. But why are you wasi mangieke? Or si digion si wa digien. Or si digen I go see na digien. Useless set of people. Please, one more sharing, make I play waiting Rafosa talk. Stop them to go front. Don't they go back? Is this time somebody will be campaigning for leader because he wants to promise you money? Or somebody that will stand to represent you? Every Oibo, they couldn't see anything. They will not call for such meeting again. He said, Rafosa told them to their face. We are no longer, don't stop pitying us. We are going to be having equal right from today. Equity. They will sign law. If this unity before, you guys have done how to pray. Thank God for our mother goddess who have been praying to take Africa back. You think our fight is only for those, it is global. Do man and I thank God for all our spiritual allies everywhere. That is praying today. Our ancestors have risen. That's why Rafosa could speak to their face. Or had taken it down way before. You don't make such a speech. You go there and say yes sir, yes sir. Go and look at it. Removing. Now we get Africa. Now we get this world. If my hand feel I go and mark my word. You know what you are doing. Now we go to court for them already. Where you man. Say I just can't. Everything we had to talk confidentially. No one will not come to pass. They don't do us. Go and look at it today. South Africa today. Thank God for Patrick Lumumba. South Africa. Look at William Ruto. The same thing. Look at Ramaphosa. Look at Julius Malema. Who we go call now join any president where they do well for Nigeria? Now who we go call now? All of you are prank star. Una wait. No, make share unnecessary video. Don't go and look about what happening. They are coming for you guys. Failed nation. Who want die? If you don't die, just die. May they bury you. So you can't support nonsense. All people we expect to say they know the meaning of good governance. Any position you occupy, at least know the meaning of the position you occupy. Bala blue. 200 million inhabitants. 200 million inhabitants. who cannot speak. If first no senior, you know senior Emmanuel Macron. And one says South Africa beluwa no support. Yeah, why be hinu why na why be here? Una know me very well. It tough way. Una no go sleep tonight. It more rain on your house because what you follow will determine what will follow you. Let's go there. Let me play voice of part of Ramaphosa for you, but I'm not going to play the one of William Ruto. See what this is our leader to stand. If Africa, this very spirit that they had today have come out during 2020, they would have not collected injection. They would have not signed injection. With the new Africa I'm seeing today, with the new spirit and the new ancestors that have taken over Africa. Jesus Christ today is come from Africa. Jesus Christ, where you lay, because both of you are nincompoop. They indoctrinated you, and today you are not seeing anything wrong with your head. You feel you were created with a lesser God, while they are demigod. This is your color. You know if you get and go paint and wet him, but if you want bleach like Oibona, one touch. That's how unique you are. Because of you, because of you, me they suffer. Now because of you, because you are useless, all young women in her. Black man. I did well to women. Because I know what I know what. So let's just listen carefully. Let's listen carefully. Let me play part of it. Don't be tired, please share. I think this one should be one of the best video so far, because I call it one of the best video because I'm seeing the effectiveness of the prayer our mother goddess have been praying. I've seen the effectiveness of the prayer we have been praying from here. I'm seeing the effectiveness of the activity of Una the Canada from the womb. I'm seeing it very clear. Look at it. Very, very clear. I see myself being honored tomorrow. Not being handcuffed by any alien. You might not clone. You might not breed. Or do I West last like I'm your woman, me because if you to where are going to river.
Let me start off by saying, President Lula, don't worry.
This President of South Africa, Cyril Ramaphosa. Listen.
It's top on the agenda, so we are going to discuss it. President Macron, I just want to start off on a very positive note in terms of what I think is evolving here. I think there is consensus that is clearly embraced by everyone that we need to address climate and poverty because they go together. There's a nexus.
Now, this very climate, so now the creator, now the West creator, we don't suppose get on this side. That poverty, now they still create and give Africa. You will see how Ramaphosa dies. All the Igbo we did, they still say now before. When I be saying we have to go to human civilization, not as a food to be eaten, not as a waiter, but as a diner. That's what Africa meant for now. We are not going to serve anybody again. But go and look at all this lunatic. Not to tell them where I'm going. That of Africa, when he supported Tinubu, all day man, from tomorrow, ya amwe bogbe me. If ya amwe bogbe buwa, when we me ati men on our say me mo be ma koni ati be that useless kingdom in it. My own is very plain. Listen.
Together, there's an excess, and as it were, we need to burn the candle on both sides. So that's important. So that's agreed. And we all recognize and accept that we need capital at scale to address the key challenges that many countries in the world face, particularly the developing economy countries. Also, we agreed that there needs to be more cooperation and coordination between your development banks, multilateral development banks, and the private sector. There needs to be coordination so that there is no fragmentation, which you kept talking about. But I think what is important to many of us is that there should be solid consensus on the reform of the financial architecture of the world. Because without that reform, the dreams and the objectives that we have to address our challenges will not be realized. And those reforms need to touch on a whole range of issues. Mr. Mo Ibrahim yesterday even spoke about something that we may think is insignificant.
Yeah.
That the boards of directors of your multilateral institutions are not made up of independent directors. They are largely internal people or shareholders. So that in itself, for us, it's an important reform. We also need to look at the distribution of the special drawing rights. I find it a bit difficult to be told that this is set in the rules.
Now, this might not reading books, so he's not reading books. This is the reason why you go to school, or when you say somebody is educated, any person can just come. All these aliens, they support any president that comes. They supported whatever thing you are, as you are supporting calamity. I call upon the enemy do tonight. Calamity will never reach away from your home. As Nigeria can no longer function right now on international scale because of your people mumurity, so you will be exempted in all your lifetime. You will be exempted. 200 at least. If somebody, there are people that even school. What support that bill? I know already what stand with. You stand with Vagabond, you stand with Australia Walobi, you stand with Nikompu. Stand with. And being in Nigeria stagnant, real life working stagnant. And Nigeria is being exempted on international scale. The real life working are exempted. The real life the near me do. Because wickedness will happen.
And that is either you get 0 or you get 34 billion. In our view, this is not a zero-sum game.
Yes.
It's a game where we all need to be dealt with equity.
You hear?
In an equitable manner.
Before, you can't say this. You can't say this. They will give you a guideline what you are going to say. You can't say this. Africa man will go, you go conference. How did they do it before? I see you've been in 54 states in Africa. When I see states, I meet the 54 countries. Now 55 before Morocco no green Mauritania John. God did that one. Maybe they'll join later. Now all of them your part come out. They'll go talk nonsense. At the end of the day, they'll give them money borrow. They'll give them money borrow. The same money where they carry borrow, so where they borrow, so now see their construction company now can't do one. You will see where our folks were talking about how they are going to cancel all the debt they have been holding. No, where William Ruto we are talking about how they are supposed to cancel all the debt they are holding. Then from now we start counting it fresh. Go and see. He hang for their neck. It not be usual game. Then this APC useless set of people, particularly na a do alien, na carry APC people for it. If you go to Nasarawa, they not they chat APC. Go to Kanu, they don't those ones they don't ring a lot, they don't carry out. But it's only a do alien, particularly this vagabond in America. At Nigeria they go back. So your life will be going back. You will be relegated in all your life. What you are supporting today will be reflected in your destiny. Make I come to the plan. He talked about equity just now. Who go see this one where no say better thing don't they come? Except when that person is daft or spiritually blind.
We all need to be dealt with equity in an equitable manner.
Yes.
And there is a need for reform in that regard as well.
You see to it. They need to reform her.
The important thing for this to happen, it will help us not to participate as unequal in these institutions. It will help us.
God reduce us anyhow.
And
carry money from down, come put down for here. Give you small for Aduro, you they happy.
That we are being dealt with out of generosity.
Yeah. That's how they actually have been saying. We're going to tell them thank you over our thing again.
The era that the world is in now, that there should be a good measure of equality among sovereign nations.
Look at it.
You know, recently.
Look at it. Raposa is vast in Galilee. This is a leader.
To go and put a call for peace Ukraine and to Russia.
Look at it, listen.
We raised a number of issues. Zambia was represented.
Zambia was there.
Comoros was represented.
Comoros.
Republic of Congo was represented.
Democratic Republic of Congo was represented.
Senegal was represented.
Senegal was represented. Gambia was represented.
As well as South Africa.
South Africa
So we were
himself.
all represented.
They were represented. Where is Nigeria? Where Milokon? We no mind.
We were all at one.
They were all at one. In one accord.
We are going to address
They were all at one mind.
of the war, which has had a negative impact on the African continent, which is the rise in prices for food, rise in prices for fertilizers. We were clear that we are not going there as beggars.
You understand? They're not going to go back. They commanded Putin. Because we don't know who we are now.
Russia. We were going there to say, open up the Black Sea Channel so that
Now they are go play and reach. No, who go see this one and we be saying, tonight go and eat. God has blessed us already. No, may all these idiots, may APC and a Milo idiot, may they carry go. But you guys will keep on hearing from me. This was how they weaponize everything. They play politics in the detriment of the life of the people. I thought these people, at least they are not the major problem today we have. Nigeria is the problem of Nigeria is the problem of the continent of Africa. For real, go and think it. Go and think it. Now, the same Democratic Republic of Congo, if you check the life of Patrick Etienne Lumumba, that is the one of this thing, Patricio, now they call the one of Congo. You know, they assassinated him. Also look at Kwame, the same way they attended a summit like this in 1960-something about the fate of Africa. Etienne Lumumba, Patricio Etienne Lumumba was assassinated from the Democratic Republic of Congo. Up to today, Congo is still doing their best to make sure they got their shine and shine. The only country who does not care, who does not have, who have never wanted, got the representative in anywhere, apart from Bomo, and be done Nigeria. Go and look at what Kwame, some of the things Kwame Nkrumah did in Ghana, the Gold Coast, is what they are still benefiting today. Okay, now only freedom fighter we have under the Kanu globally, they lock him up. Nobody cares up to today. They lock him up. Go and see the wonder, even the revolution that Julius Malema is raising is an opposition to Ramaphosa. They are pushing Ramaphosa. Go and represent us. I guess henceforth, Julius Malema will be proud of Ramaphosa because this is the mind of Julius Malema that Ramaphosa went to go and speak in France. Now, if you go there right now and present me where I do it, I will not be shouting now. If anybody is doing what Nnamdi Kanu have done, remain. I know they shout, I'll still respond, but nobody cares. All we care about is about ourselves. They so weaponized. Only in Nigeria today, I feel that the people that got money most in social media are Nigerians. Because, well, you know, they know you need it. And the money not they had them. They call the money, put for dollar for account for you, so that your life might be useless. So that you never know who you are. Look at these militant, rebel militants. Yesterday, a guy came out, okay, now this news will soon be over. Before you know, now this very afternoon, they said that these people, they went back again, they're not going to go to Moscow. All these are just narrative that they are trying to create to make sure they keep you busy. Because most of the thing right now you hear in television is what they want you to know, you know. But for us to know what it really did, we have to do extra studies. We have to do extra studies. Things are no longer the way it ought to be. Before Nigeria right now, we even join the alliance of making Africa to be great again. Nobody will put you to it. Sorry. With or without you. The Africa must be great. After all, Nigeria is not even a country. Ramaphosa know. The Zambians, they know. The Kenyans, they know. Now only you wait this, I don't know say Nigeria is expired. That's why you have to say one Nigeria. Even when it's expired. It's expired. 1914, 100 years treaty now they signed. To 2014, automatically is expired. When one speaks, nobody want to believe. Until you start knowing the fact that there are people who have been fighting this whole thing for you. And we must have to learn to respect our heroes, the one in the prison. We have to also give honor to our hero past. The new Africa you are about to be experienced today is what Patricio Lumumba of Democratic Republic of Congo suffered for. He were assassinated. They assassinated him. Who is you to stand and make Africa to be great? Look at what they did to John Paul Magufuli. John Paul Magufuli said, no, this injection is not clear for my eye. They kill him. Do you know how many of our leaders they've killed? But today you want to get it right, just cheap. For us to even vis-a-vis, at least put our mind that, okay, what is life? When the life of your children, their future is not bright. Look at food today, food weaponized. This day you eat it, don't mean, and the boy would hear. The news are out there. Now, let me quickly break this one here. In the 90s, precisely, in the 90s, we started seeing this agricon. The agricon were weaponized. So that you just plant in 3 months, you don't get them. All those Ikme today, na match that you or Fafu, you know they again. They gave up right now, weaponized yam now. Now we take the plants. Everything we eat today is weaponized. No one is organic again. All to the crop they are weaponized. Do you know how much Brigade has spent? I saw a guy yesterday, thank you Brigade. I wanted to thank you for the help you are giving to Nigeria. I want to thank you for... Now, he's not giving help to Nigeria. He came to come and kill Nigeria. Before you start supporting anything, at least go and do your findings. Most of you today, you are sick abroad. Your immune system is now zero. Even forget about the injection. All our food today is weapon. That was why when Donald Trump came, he gave farmer money. Muna go farm better farm. Or the American has in my hulu. But the same American, he gave them money. He gave them excessive money. Until that man come back now, you are going to be eating weaponized food. The system you are going to be seeing is going to be weaponized. We have our original core value. It's not there. That's why today you see some certain system. No, you don't even know that the same people you are joining. Only in Edo said that the freedom fighter will be converted and become a member of a political party. And you yourself, you are not doing anything about it. You cannot even go there and write for comment, sir, are you crazy? You leave everything. You leave everything. And these are the things we are supposed to correct. Because we are allowing a lot of things to fly that we're not supposed to be there. And not knowing that you are in this life to correct one simple thing. If now evil come, now you feel correct. Now something. Come. Now you feel correct. It's something. It will be written down your resume. It will be written down when they say you are going to reap what you sow. This and that. That's some of the things God will also look at you and say, when things were difficult like this, you were there. I'm happy today that Africa have risen. I'm happy today that minus Nigeria and all these those useless aliens, Africa can stand on its feet. They thought, because they call you giant of Africa, go and look at what is happening. They are heading meetings today without even Nigeria being there. They are African leaders are heading meeting. Because you people rank an election. That's why I'm not even in Nigeria in the first place. I know most of you want to argue because just the same way we are pulling you out of body of Christ. Yes, they pay you now. So the Nigerian won't still be. I don't know what you know again. I'm a do it good, I'm an Idu man. That's not doing with the virtue of an Idu man. Idu nation is sacrosanct. It is loading. It is something that must happen. That is who we are. I was telling somebody today, before King James Version were translated 500 years ago, your papa were there like that time. How was he praying to God? Does that mean say God not know? He say, bros, God know. Now say, what's wrong with you today? We are trying to correct a lot of false negative narrative that put us in this mess. Everything Unadi Kanu said about Igbo people, he told them relocate on, then we destroy your market. Everything I've come to, I've never seen such a man like that in my life. If I've seen it, I will tell you I'm a truthful person. I have not seen such a Unadi Kanu. I have not seen such a man. Everything I've talked about. Tell me what you talk we don't come to pass. Tell me. The righteousness exalted nation we talk about is righteousness exalting you today. Rather than the righteousness is killing you. Man, the more you feel you want to deceive people, no, come and enjoy the new earth of Africa that's coming. Even this guy that don't used to talk about modern nature before Joseph Ugochukwu. I said your dad mentioned about modern nature. Maybe get where go reach now, Mama Africa go excuse him. You remove Jesus Christ for him and go and mark my word. He's a name you are, whether you like it, except you are not called by God. If you are called by God, you can't use Jesus to do this. You will bless his place now, you can't do it. Because this was some of the weapons they had. They hold in their hand that put us in this mess today. Do you know who our father was? The Dogon of Mali. The Europeans were still living in caves. The Dogon of Mali. He don't ready to live better life. They were still living in caves. Without they use fire till they cook, they were still eating raw meat. The people today that are now, put your hand your. The people that were alive then in the Berlin Conference of 1945, now they focus up. This was how they always go. I said, this is useless, Miloko. I see your useless that day. They go sign everything. Mr. President, can you sign? He go sign and say you are. That was why Eko Remando he went to go and sign that all Nigerians they have no right to their organ, that they can vest your organ. Eko Remando signing. That's what our leader will do. They can never go to anywhere and represent you. The same thing that what Buhari was always doing. We would have not been. Check Madagascar president. That man was always trying to manufacture his own vaccine. Now the same message to her. The same message to her. Even up to 80. Who said we will not really accept this thing like that because those people were trying to protect themselves because Africa never united. Because they know Buhari was not there. That was why as soon as the Kanu swear, he said, if you not bring the end of Buhari, he go drop Biafra agitation. Up to today, no Nigerian, now about 5% of Nigerian, the good head this side, Nancy believe say Buhari don't fail that. Why did they leave him there? Because they know that if you have a good leader, the very day your leaders are representing you well, that very day your lives are going forward. The first summit they had in France, that is useless. Who you call president went. He couldn't speak anything. But he could speak to remove fuel subsidy. What make them to eat fuel subsidy was supposed to be resolved there. What is Imagiyeki? You cannot hold us back. Nigeria will collapse and the two nations will be declared. And Biafra will also be declared. For those of you that are one Nigeria will happen to you soon. Because now, you are no leader in Nigeria. What you have is Luther. It has shown for the past 8 years, we were never represented. The only way I played Buhari go, that was in 2018 early. I think that was early 2018. When he went to go and they told him, may draw near Donald Trump, may go follow and back to Kano Jet. Now Donald Trump come ask and say, I heard that the Christians, they are killing the Fulani, they are killing the Christian. Why are they escorting their animals with guns? Now Buhari like say now stick that they use. He said now herders clash. Maybe now farmer and this thing. Why did they send him? Now them Obama and the rest. Now I say okay now. Maybe for dread this man anybody. After I did the video, I did that. Why would Donald Trump be selling A29 to Kano Jet for this man? The effort that we have before, we have not used it. You will start using it to unleash on the Biafra. And really that time, they will always massacring the Biafrans. They will carry jet enter up. At time they will say maybe now they want track terrorists. Now they go track Igbo people. This useless man in America told me to delete that video. I don't know say na kabad then. I don't know say na bad person. I don't know say na idiot. I don't know. But I was still with him. A lot of you don't know that. When we tell you when the head is sick, the body is sick, you don't know the meaning. Your leader, these are areas your leader was supposed to protect you. If you look at the policy today that is working up part of Europe, now your leader, your use man take talk out, they go follow him. Then go for now your leader, your use man take yarn. Africa today no longer not be this thank God for Putin and Donald Trump and the rest who empower the Burkinabe and the Malians. Now Britain they overthrow for Mali. Now Britain government they overthrow for Mali. Now Britain government they overthrow for Burkina Faso. Now Britain government they see overthrow for Guinea. It was Britain government who empowered them. It was Putin they used to empower them. They told Emmanuel Macron, leave this very place. Pack your soldiers and leave this very territory. You have not been helping us. Now they give out to them woto now. They give out to them. They give out to them. I thank God that they were able to remove Nigeria from this very list. You that representing us there. How can you demand? You say you get pale. A man declaring that is an APC member, a terrorist party. A party that have killed more than every other thing in this world. Even the election was run. But you are still posting pictures. A lock in where somewhere where my can make before. If my wife is a physical, I do have time for a court. That is, we are talking about humanity here. Humanity is supposed to be your religion. Anything that will make any person's life to be miserable. Go and look at Africa. Look at it there. What happened there? Now a year ago, now it just happened. And yesterday complete a year. That the people that were supposed to from Nando enter Melilla, that be about 30 something. They say that 23. And some NGO say now 23 died. Some say now 47 died. They still give them 1 minute silence yesterday. Africans die like rats because our leaders always collect money, collect loan from them. Go and see how they invaded us. Go and see how they are giving it to Chinese. Only John Problem Magufuli now collect $10 billion from China. That man was already growing the economy of Tanzania. Because we lack cooperation. But now they can no longer do it again. Now they can no longer do it. Any Western country planning to assassinate any of African leaders, even do we crush you before your time. There's a man to pray, there's a God to answer. You think you have to? Are you supposed to even go to church? You are supposed to go to church to go and meet with your friend, not praying for one particular thing. That's why they did everything they did to with the Africans. They drew your oil from home. They drew your oil from home. This idiot now, where they remove subsidy. If you really know what they do, let him go for the people and arrest them. But they are punishing you today. Why some person, they are still telling you with their mouth, he's doing it well. Why must you go for the people? You know how they refine it. If you really know how to investigate. Yeah, the life of the people you are coming to come and save are still the people that is being punished up to today. You are not going for the criminals. Our oil now foreigners now they enjoy. All that country don't block their own. They are now going to start using their wealth for themselves. Before you know now only Edo people go see they pass through this thing, they come this thing. The rest of the African country, they will take care of their own because we have no representative. Where the representative coming from? Edo diaspora, once one person don't they talk well, sabi speak English, they all call them bribe man. There was a news I saw yesterday. There was a guy I advised to, I'm not going to be mentioning his name because my son I'm mentioning here. One of a commissioner like that. There was a post he raised against his father. I come for now and say, this post you are raising here is too harsh. That you should, you know, delete it. I call him on phone. That's why I save everybody from problem. Now I can call him, bros, Alpha, hey, now we call you, you know. Delete this thing. The same person today as we speak, he raised a post for the same papa with don't insult. Who is fully who? I saw the same person yesterday. The only way I not be they do small picking program. Would have mentioned his name here. Or my water or mobile green on. On my about me a lot of. Yeah.
Speak English.
Yeah.
I'll say something.
Huh? I'm on live video. I'm on live video.
No, I know. Be careful. You'll give yourself BP.
Huh?
You'll give yourself high blood pressure.
No, I'm not sick. I'm not sick.
No, I didn't say you're sick. You know you're shouting.
Yeah. I like it like that. Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
You know life is too short.
Yeah, I know.
So
I know.
Just be careful. Because you're like my brother, I thought.
Yeah.
Please, life is too short.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you. When I'm careful on the BP. Because I don't want to show our face. We are our stagger. The people are lad. I can't even shout more than this. So as I was saying, now I tell the guy later deleted this thing. The same guy today, because he and Obaseki now, he don't hate Obaseki. He's now raising the same papa with offer insult. When hypocrite. People don't know say to be hypocrite. The calamity too big. Now that's why I hate persons or I dislike them when they are friends with you. Your enemy is their enemy. At the time they become your enemy now become their friend. This same idiot in America today. Everybody will gather fight. So far I know say that fight was fight for justice. No one went back to go and meet. It's never again. That is me. That's why you can't keep me in a hurry. I'm like difficult equation nobody can solve. That's why I have the tenacity to say now God will punish that man. Because an idiot. That's what a lot of people are doing. Right now, and Obaseki now, they don't fall out. Oh, you want to just insult the man. You are not raising picture against your father, which I know you have already insulted before. Bad children. And their father will be thinking now, they think if I were to beat them, any of them that will not be supporting you before who came now. But why do you answer? If we pick up something like this, we pick it to the end, irrespective. Now we don't decamp. We don't decamp. We don't decamp, and you cannot depopulate our camp. We feel not they multiply, but we remain who we are. Why may one man squad fight? Oh, a body. This is too harsh now, right now, you go Baba Sekire. When Baba are turning Namo. A lot of people don't know the reason why we say they weaponize the palace. It's weaponization. Up to federal ideology. Somebody can go and tell president, why not draw that development? Why not draw that development? So, Mama Africa, Mother Nature, they've stood up. Anything that does not give glory to God, we are supposed to be God representative. Forget say they can't change Bible. They can't change and write any other thing when they put there. You are supposed to value the value you put on yourself. Now God will put on you. Because God cannot do for you what you are giving power to do for yourself. You are to go to a foreign nation and do submit. Talk with it in your mind. Before now, so Africa leader they stand. Once you go meet CGP, 54 countries leaders. They'll just stand with CGP, they'll just snap picture. They'll go Manuel Macron, they'll just snap with them. Stand like a oso, they just snap picture, come out. They'll go US, snap picture, come house. But now, any summit they go now, they give us results. What be more than that? So the labor of Kwame Nkrumah will never be in vain. The labor of all our hero past will never be in vain. It will never be in vain. Our founding father that they sold into slavery, their labor will not be in vain. That's why any of our fathers in Yore today, I still with them up. They will run after you no matter on Africa land without. And I'll be giving pay. Are you supposed to be having me? So don't you know it's a letdown? Can somebody, the real British, be saying I'll be giving pay? You don't know it's a step back. The more you start celebrating it, I'm not saying it's bad because of your continent is bad. That's why the more you celebrate it, the more your life cuts short. Because you are not supposed to celebrate any pee. Rather than you are supposed to just take it, you grumble, come on, put that for back of pockets. Can any Spanish man go to America right now and be saying, I have American pee or have a UK pee? Because of the disvalue, you know that you are never valuable. That's why you celebrate it. Can you go to Kano now or go to Delta? You can't say, I have Delta resident, praise the Lord, hallelujah. Because you are an African. They say people, they are the ones that created borders. That make Nigeria passport cannot enter without visa, cannot enter Algeria. They created all this boundary. When did they create it? Berlin submit, they created all these borders. Africa, we are supposed to be one. Africa, we are supposed to be one with one currency and with one president. Every state or every state will be a sovereignty state of its own. That's how it's supposed to be, and it is coming. And I will remember voting now. Rafosa wa rebe you expect. Or maybe Opa will remember Rafosa William Nana. One of them will rule that continent. Why all Nigerians they should still go back to school because I have to share money. Where senator is not senator, police is not police, Acaterian is not Acaterian. Very useless set of people. We are celebrating passport. Who were you for? Immigrant or boy? They don't know they are. They don't know they are. Up till now you are still a slave. That's the only way they identify you now. Your papa, now so they mark and they identify. A passport here identify when now or they celebrate everything. You are still an immigrant. Go and check the meaning of immigrant. If any UK person reach Spain now, it's not an immigrant, he's a tourist. When will ever bear the name a tourist? Instead of them to stand and feast up their home, they can never feast up their home. Yago Guayania Bolo, or you not fear back with bacon. They want to walk balloon. They be a fool. Elman Yawa Rena Wafola for you. Elman Renana. No person did this place. No one argue Wavie. That's the narrative they push. Here I'm your son on my boa. Here I argue. Why me so one passport in MP? Why you argue? It's just a miss of they identify you. You are not a first-class slave. You are still a slave. That's who you are. I've never seen any Britain celebrate. Some of them said their paper go even die. Not until they want to travel, they're not going to remember. They give you a miss over this. Our own today not get value. Our passport not be paid you get. Why not get value? Why is our passport? Why is it not functioning in most African countries? You need visa. What did you need visa from Spain to Italy? Or only place where you need visa in the whole Europe is it not the so Jaja with UK? If you even have passport self, you can even go there without visa. Why would they put visa restriction and create border that nothing can ever break? I want to go Algeria. I have to be searched thoroughly. Guinea passport wahola huri. Me ya Algeria. Where Nigerian passport for the work? Tell me. Don't you enter Morocco direct? Tell me now. Fake set of alien. They so debilitated that country. Call it as a giant of Africa. I thank God for the rest of our African leaders. We are sadly no one. No way me local way me idiot. Stupid set of people. Let everyone assume a person like Peter Obi go there now. Oh me nebeta. On the day of inauguration, if we might move that man so you whole tent. All day, then one vaccinated moron will tell it from me. Then you are still supporting a laugh at Tunubo mass or way. Idiot. I hate nonsense. I hate too much nonsense. I hate when we are trying to feast up something for future generations so that we leave this mess. We leave this mess. When there is something else. When the concern of climate change. When the concern of climate change. That's why Rafosa he roll it out. If I'm insulted, there was some of the things when Donald Trump came. He removed them from NATO. He said America can never form NATO again. He collect huge amount from all these Western countries. He make money for America. Trade deal, he had no amount he collected from China. No president have ever done it. WHO say we can never be funding it again. But people were saying maybe in a bad person. He know the wars. He know they are. The war today you are seeing Ukraine, not be Russia, not be NATO identified. Do you think it's all about Ukraine? And right now Zelensky is going to fold up hands right now. The NATO nations they want to continue. We might be expecting a nuclear whatever. If it happen, every one of us, now God will save us. The same people you feel they love you, they are doing wonders. Why some other person you feel that hate you? They are passing on the ground to make sure things are okay. Now you don't wake up, you will see they abroad. Who one can do one? Let's even assume now. In those states, 5 people is talking about international political whatever. They are talking about 2024 when they have not even know whether they can survive it. The place where you are is like you are sitting down in a timey bomb. It can explode at any time. These are the formation we are supposed to search. Then they use one thing they look at people for house. But nobody cares. We feel it, everything is still normal. Everything is going the way it ought to go. But I'm happy today that when we have been talking about food is weaponized, look at what Bill Gates and Melinda Gates, look at what they have done to the world. A lot of people don't believe. The feel is helping Africa. Go and see all African countries today. Sickness. People are losing their immune system. Here we are losing our immune system. Because if you as I just talk now, I just get hypertension. Hypertension I worry about. You know hypertension. We are hypertension for it. Because he's looking at health, the same time considering you need to see her face. She might be right to some extent. But on my side of my hypertension, I'm not with video. But you could see the woman you can get here or my human who go up the way because he have view burning. And now take a work bury, you know. Because everybody right now is finding out what is really wrong with our lives. Who have done this to us? They themselves don't like themselves. Look at people in UK today. They pick up job, they are happy. They are ready for the take care of person. Now so they'll still take care of you one day. Because it's the system. Now so at the age of 60 or 60 something, people will also start taking care of you. The person you are taking care of today, they are working and this and work by work. They are still going to do you the same thing because this is what they have been doing. They don't want you around them. They don't even want their brothers. That's why their brother also struggle the same way I struggle right now. Go and look at YouTube. The people that used to do video before. So I me have village of Facebook. I've village on YouTube. You think it's easy? You think these people they will just come and put it in your table as a platter of gold? But if you want to stay alive right now, it depends on you. That's why these African leaders that you are seeing today, who is standing tall, who don't want to do any meeting with Tinubu. They don't want to do any meeting with Tinubu. Even AU right now, go and see AU this thing in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. It was built by Chinese. Now Chinese use and do give them. They don't discuss anything. Everything they discuss, Chinese must know about them. They have never got to any reasonable meeting. 54 countries they go gather. They don't have one simple thing they do. AU have never one day go to any country. I think we have AU now. Are you see that they talk about war in Sudan? They don't talk about it because it's not effective. Don't you see the way the EU, the way they are bothered about Ukraine and Russia? Tell me one particular thing they have done now. There was a day William Ruto were talking about the war in Sudan. It is even the major generals who joined the paramilitaries to be fighting the civilians. It's war between the war between the government is fighting the paramilitary. That's what you are seeing there today. The major generals, they are killing their people because they don't collect money from the West. Betray. What they tell you, they use money to separate. That's why any person who now go vieto, you want to see sell out for money. From today, anytime you use water to bath, it will be toxic for you. Anytime you use water to bath or eat, the graphene oxide in your body can go. Any other person, irrespective of who you are, is at time we call spade the spade, not a farm implement. It's at time we call spade the spade. Because we cannot continue like this as a people. The world is coming to an end. Mama, enjoy one day. The only way you can get your real enjoyment, it is when you are sitting down in your house. We have suffered. You suffer to build a house, but to go and sleep in that is a problem. There are most of you watching right now. When I roll up by now, you can still farm. At the time you are not living in a society, how our father enjoyed, you know what? They could enjoy their house they built. Guess today, they are getting old. Do you know they are never one day sleep in their house? Most guys today, they are getting old. They are never one day sleep in their house. After selling yourself, sell your kidney, sell everything about you. And the things already telling on you already. Only the people is in the house is your brothers and sisters. They have their children, but you have no children to call your own. Why can't be said now you head the family? Now you thieves see the look for say they want key. Now you are just say they look for. Your brother can sleep in your house. He had to tell you by, but the house you build, you cannot stay there. Not be juju be that. Do you think it's normal? Now you head the family, but criminals still come. Now you they look for because sit down, no protection for you. We are running the task. Most of you right now, you were born 30 years ago, but go and sleep there, you can sleep. Okay, now what's the essence of having those properties? Then you are not ready to fight and make the country to be okay. They can argue whether I'll give you where they are. Don't you see the same people who you feel that they're looking for you? If your children go to Nigeria tomorrow, they want to even go and sell the house. It's also good to look for them. That's why it's of my opinion to make sure we fight and at least let us enjoy. If we have more 10 years or 15 years, 20 years, 30 years to spend, we should spend it in ancestral land. Our ancestors will recognize us. Who fears you talk? maybe na your power want it. When me would they bury away? Who Kemala Amawe. Most of you where they ties. Who they bury? It is your ancestors that demanded it. But they cannot ban or you will do year. But you don't remember. Most of you are coming with me with the for. Because now the pathway for ties now. A funeral. You want to see picking. It is just your ancestors who wanted to eat them. But they took on the banner the Fikana. That's just we take part of that. So if we must say as a people, let us go and defend who we are. Who we are today, it not follow the kind of life we they live here. It's like you carry fish from the water, you put them for another ground, or a fish that is so big that water supposed to cover them. Now here water can't they reach and here can't they exposed to sun. That fish will not do well. That's who we are today. We are like somebody that be taken from a land that is full of milk and honey. They put us in a land that we are not supposed to dwell. That's what's wrong with us today. If you look at the book of I think Proverbs 22 verse 20, it says, remove not the ancient landmark which your father has set up. There are a lot of things. That our forefather gave Africa to us as a land. We are supposed to be an African. If at all say civilization constantly come, we get whatever we want to get, we go back home. We are Afrocentric, not Eurocentric. We should be satisfied. And right now, they use weaponized food to change our DNA. I want you guys the other day, please, for those of you that is always running for DNA, don't go and run and do DNA. You will lose your child. Don't try it. Don't go and run and do DNA. Most of you that do DNA now, you are happy. Thank God the child don't be my own. The child now your own. Your gene will be changed. Your gene will be changed. Don't go and hurry and do DNA. They have been fighting your gene right from time. They finally change it now. Don't go and rush and do DNA. If the woman said the child is for you, leave it there. The child not be weak, not be terrorist. God might go through that child and bless you tomorrow. I know most of you, because the bad wife you marry now, you must make sure you eradicate the child. And these were part of our cover. I was talking to somebody in Nigeria today. I referring to the book of Exodus chapter 21 verse 10. He said, after writing Exodus 21 verse 10, I told him to write Ephesians chapter 6 verse 5. Now, okay, now, before you read it, it was you to support slavery. What are we talking about? You know, now, go and meet your pastor. Let him explain to you. We give you some delicate part of the Bible. I still refer now, okay, now, the book of John 15 verse 15. He said, you are no longer my servant, and I make you a friend. Because a servant knoweth not what the master doeth. The same Jesus. So all these things we have done to make sure they indoctrinate us, to make sure they put us in religious psychosis, to make sure our brain is never corrected. That's why today, if you watch it, many people are still very under low mentality because we have had this for so long. That's why it might be difficult for us to decolonize our mind, but we can start up the process by being a good listener. Don't argue to win, argue to learn. I told people I don't know how to argue with people. I give you facts. I don't know how to argue. I give you facts. The same Bible I'm going to use to correct your head. The same Bible they use. He said, you know, when Jesus Christ have not come right now, okay, now, what happened to Malachi 3? Now, what him about the pastor where? A pastor where? Malachi 3 verse. Chairman, a Bible ya waru will now say yes, it did my head. What happened to Malachi 3 verse? And bring your tata and your offering. Now, I can't tell us so make it. Now, the only commandment of God that there is insurance policy is in Ephesians chapter 6 verse 2 and Exodus 20 verse 12. He said, Chairman, we want winning men. That's what he said. Because these people, we need to tell them what they need to know. This process of decolonization is going to be one of the most difficult things to do. Or not until most of these useless pastors, they begin to occupy the podium and begin to teach their followers gradually. It will be difficult. A lot of them will also be consumed. A lot of our people might also be consumed. Because they still lack the word. That's why whatever it takes for you to disseminate our video, I'm waiting for me to start seeing some of our video, at least 1 minute or 2 minutes, combine it together. I give you that. Share it. If people can be sharing pranks unnecessarily. Since I talked about, you know, I brought this issue of women having spirit and all of that in social media. I'm the one that blew it. But right now, you can see that they are now also using it for prank. Spiritual husband. They can't sleep with this thing. You know, we all say somebody shared it with me 3 weeks ago. Now I say, ta. Wow, now they share this kind of thing with me. These people, they attack now. The women, more they do spiritual, the husband, though. The spiritual wife, the way they attack the men. Because I know they lie, make people to the fool women. The women, more see they do men on. How men till they react. If this thing attack them. Because you can see that our society today, people love just to play. Merriment for one day, they don't care about tomorrow. That's the major problem we have today. Whatever thing we carry it excessively. Whatever narrative we just carry it until that thing becomes something that even it have killed many. Now, only you want to go fish and the girl will fear, the girl will just waiting now. Una know they do something small, make una rest. Best you go teach you something more and they do whatever. And most of these boys now, they are spiritual husband. Most of these boys that do this thing, most of them, they are also spiritual husband. Most of you women, most of these boys for social media, they are your spiritual husband. This is spiritual now water. Now human being. If you cannot have you in the day, have you in the night. Now. I can't really get it. So the women, more than see they bring men all come out. I know they like when women are being too overused for useless or whatever. This is not supposed to be a problem. If we know the actual thing we are supposed to do. There are ways also you settle this thing. Cry to your family, they know what to do about it. If not because our ancestors have been over-jeopardized. They've so driven away our ancestors. And the place where they for drive away our ancestors, they really drive them. Human sacrifice. They did all manner of things they could do to make sure they leave the land. The God of ancestors, they don't like blood. They don't like harm. That was, if you would check Abraham, when God told Abraham to sacrifice only begotten son, God to test his faith. Because before Abraham became father of many nations, he passed through tests. He used Abraham, he used Isaac as a test run. They traveled for 4 days. They went to Mount Moriah. When after laying Isaac on the slab, he hold the knife. Now God said, call on Abraham, look at your back, carry the ram there. That one was a clear example that God does not demand human sacrifice from us. All these things are just made due to some deity and due to what some certain person gets. So if the thing demand for blood, they want to give a higher blood so that it will be effective for them. That was why this thing came. And our ancestors found out that they were not beheading people, they ran. But thank God today, our ancestors, they don't fool people. They have taken over the land, but they are waiting for the sons and daughters who will stand up to say, yes, the life I'm living today is not supposed of me. Like the prodigal son in the book of Matthew. He met his father one day and father said, Papa, Allah, give me what fully belongs to me. What belongs to me? Even Papa never died. Papa was never even ready to share the properties. You know, he met his father gave him. But after squandering all, then he were not living an abject poverty life. Then there was a day I taught this very topic. I talked about the prodigal personalities. It's not only about asking money from his father. He followed a different narrative. He chose not to follow his father's instructions. He chose not to follow the God of the father ancestors. He chose not to follow it. He chose to follow a different narrative entirely. More beautiful than the one his father has. Maybe father once in a while, he go carry ram, he go kill him, use and pray to his God. Then he now follow the body of Christ. So that's the best way I can think to you, so that you don't look at it from the perspective that it's all about money. No, it's not about collecting money from his father. He made that, I call it prodigal personality. Why? Because he neglected the instructions and the tradition of his father, and he now followed different religion. But when he later realized, just the same way most of you today, you are going to later realize that you are going to turn back. Also the prodigal son is. I was one also a prodigal son. But knowing what I know today, if I know it as about 8 years ago, 6 years ago, even 4 years ago, 3 years ago, by now, Africa might have been taken back. We know the damage control our activism have done. At least our opening. Go and verify whatever thing we are telling you today in this very Facebook. You will get it from some sensible people that the God of the ancestor is also using to dish out the undiluted word of truth. But a lot of people feel talking about ancestor means juju. Ancestor is not juju. It means your great-great-grandfather. Even in the book of Mark, chapter 10, when this man, the blind Bartimaeus, want to call Jesus, he said, Jesus, son of David. I ask a boy today, how many times have you ever been praying and you made mention of your, say, God of my papa? You don't mention it. And the same thing we are carrying is killing us gradually. That's why I look at our society. Today, the way most of us are still hustling for this Europe. You see somebody that spent 30 years. Why make any sense? Where are the money? In 1940, I was giving 1 million. In 1956, I was given this. In 2000, I was given this. At the end of the day, they still suffered. It's the people that even ran on time and hook up to a man that has grace. That's why today, most women today now mark grace. Now they carry them. They go. Most women mark grace. When God go look at something, women don't be. That's why if you are a man, don't give time for a woman to override you, because you are a shade over his life. If not you, Nairo. Don't belittle yourself. If not you as a man, Nairo. Now me tell you, your wife will also learn to give you your respect. Or Mario gonna do boy your but he respect you, we want to collect it from your wife. Irrespective. That's why we have gone through a lot in life. And that a lot we have gone through, a lot of people never want it to end. But now, most of us, we are supposed to come back from farm now with our motto. But everything we've gotten, we've lost everything already in giant. You buy motto this year, 10,000 euros. 4 years time. When are we going to ever enjoy? This is how we are going to suffer and die. Even the people you took care of from the giant, being that you can no longer give again today, nobody respects you again. Because even the thing, the euro is demonic. I remember those days, people would always say, oh, we're not training maybe school. You go to Zenena or Massey 1,000 naira. Go and see your brother, you sponsor the universities. Because you not conquer the jackpana, no, don't they call you again because you know where sit down. Because you go down, you are not supposed to even be here. A lot of people don't know. Those days, somebody go give you yam. I remember our father used to say it. Those days, who not say. 2 years time, don't even remember it again. We are going to do say, oh, what you don't do before, we never see before. Because there are a lot of things that is not being put right. That's why if you are in line with the God of your ancestors, my dear, common spit, now you go put for going, go germinate money. That's why our forefather could do exploits. I said it here the other day, the only thing this generation have invented, now latches and weavon for. That's what you guys have invented. Just for you to cut and put them together. That's what this generation have been able to detect. Now, who gave our father this wisdom that time? The same God that gave them wisdom refused to now follow the land. Hosea chapter 4 verse 6 says, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. He said, being that you have rejected knowledge, I have also rejected you. You are no longer become a prince to me. He said he also rejects his children. That's why whatever thing we are doing right now, let's do it well. Whatever struggle we feel, we are doing the same way you leave house, property for your children. Also, you are supposed to leave a good spirit for your children, that will escort your children all the rest days of your life. That's why our grandfather, the grace he put in the life of our fathers. Our papa can become inspired. That's why if you check your dad, he could have his own house without coming to abroad. He could train it and every one of you in school without coming to abroad. If you evaluate your father's house today and evaluate your own where you go build us, now your pa house is there past your own. Because where you go build us, they'll price your own 11 million. Why your dad don't where you cannot buy what you do? You own 18 million. Who is fooling who? That one I Because now God multiply the money. Check where you go build house and where your power house dey for inside town. Which one there pass? Siloko Road na only for all those maybe some 1 or 2 models there. The price are now 1 billion. Your mansion where you get for or can pay 500,000, or about let's say 500 million. While your dad own way your old will be 1 billion. What are we talking about? That's why disobedience to nature is what makes Africa today to look like this. That was why if you check most African countries, this Moibo encourage them to keep some certain custom that will not help them. This Moibo today encourage some African countries to keep some certain custom. Check Swaziland today. Their girls don't they wear brazier. Their girls go to YouTube, go check where the Swaziland, go check them. Their girls don't they wear brazier. Why they not put civilization go there? They were also weaponized. God not make up more the naked. They were how they want the country to be. So that if they don't read them, made their cucumber for the good they raised. Go and check it. Check most African countries that you are seeing, they still live like animals today. It's how they want it to be. They infiltrated the whole Africa. They invaded the whole Africa. They say people is your friend. They give you Mr. Education. You call the shakara for me. Any person again, you want to use what you have to intimidate anybody, God will punish you there. God will, if you want to use what you have, and this you should be celebrate yourself. You want to use to intimidate anybody, whether na passport or na resident or na anything, and God will punish you. He doesn't know who you are. But we begin to see ourselves as brothers. That's why we have to embrace the fact that humanity is supposed to be a religion and tradition. Humanity. Look at our father. They were so united. Even not because some of us betray ourselves. Particularly a Dokin. They set men just for umbrella to they can no longer sell me like that. That's why they are selling land. If Obaseki breed land youth out, don't just be selling land like that. Or man done. But you don't know that this very thing the government is doing for yourself. Right now, Ramaphosa used to go to submit. Yes, sir, we have what you said. Just a tribune on let me will go keep quiet. Everybody all of them keep quiet. They go sign paper. Everybody go come on. That is just you can see Ramaphosa. They fought back. He said now equity now 50-50. You are not going to beat somebody again. IMF, International Monetary Fund. Now they get them. Most of the money you feel they were borrowing to Africa. Now they see the user, they will use this one to give you money. They will use the one to collect. Go ask the leaders now. This money won't borrow, what you now use and do. Now they see they collect the money. They know how to see collect the money from them. Any small thing, they will say come and borrow. They know you cannot pay back. These IMF were created by them. World Health Organization were created. My phone. We used to do our fencing. Or to Canada, Justin Trudeau no came and built biolab in Nigeria. Sponsored. Now, more than tell Justin Trudeau we more tired. A biolab be not boy in Nigeria. Then you get a boy no Justin Trudeau. That's why today most of your drugs, everything is weaponized now. That's why our doctor is the most useless people. All African, whether you are in the health sector, you are in the whatever sector, you start representing your people. Now God will punish you. Any of you again, you want to go to any summit, instead of you to say no, and you are not saying yes, the very day you touch water, it will become toxic for you. Every one of us, being a leader, a father, a friend, or anything, we must start to make sure we represent our coverly. Any African leader, you want to go to any European summit to sell any Africans as a leader. If you bow with water, I command the spirits in this very water. Any African leader, or you are in this Europe, instead of you to go there and start to represent the people, they're giving you money and you are doing what we have fed the people. Tonight, anytime you touch water, it shall be toxic for you. Anything will collapse on your head. Mother Nature will flog you. Mother Universe is against you. The host of heaven is against you. So shall it be. Because we have to stand to represent ourselves well. As I'm advocating right now, I'm not advocating for only myself. I'm advocating for every dying Africans. I made mention about our brothers. Dopes visited inside from now 100 o'clock to Melia. The Moroccan police, they unleashed on them, many died. Up to today, the NGO, they are standing. The Spanish people today, they are trying to investigate it. They are not black people, they are white people. But our black people, they sold their soul to the devil. The same person will tell you he knows Christ. The same person will tell you he knows God. How can you love God, you don't love your brother that you are seeing? How can you say you love God, then all your videos, no one talks about salvation for humanity and redemption? You can see, ever since I started mentioning salvation for humanity and redemption, all African leaders right now, they no longer come on with any hand there. Go and look at it. Even the people that have not talked about African issue before, some bloggers right now, they are carrying it. They are happy. Some bloggers right now, they are carrying it. See what Rafosa, see what William Ruto have done. They are carrying it. Sale, I think this man, Senegal president, Sale is his name. Look at what all of them are doing. Musavani, that one he holding strong. LGBT, we will not sign it. If they tell them no, and the God of our ancestors, Amy do it beside that man. It behind the man. All African leader, they hold something, they hold that responsibility. The only countries in the world that doesn't have a responsibility, apart from the population agenda, now be Nigeria. As many of you standing with Tinubu, you will stand and fall. As many of you standing with Tinubu, for our life to be bad, you will stand and fall. The more you support Tinubu, your life will diminish. No problem. Una will not go further. No money anywhere. You will somersault and die. Any do will collapse on your head. Ikaladera will kill you. All the Ogisos will kill you. Who do whoever is against you. If we must get it clear, there are a lot of things we need to set straight. I'm setting the record straight here. I can sit down in my domicilio. I can sit down in my domicile and do video even with fan that way. Yeah, but every day I come out. Why? Because you don't steal to conquer. We meet business. We meet business. So if you must come to this arena, you must come with a clean hands. Or that hand will wither. Any transfer you want to collect money in our own detriment. Oh yeah, welcome to leader now. All your project tonight, I cancel it. I seize happiness away from your life. Now I got no problem with our own politicians. Those one will repent and come and join us. Not you when Orewebo. When you have seen leaders, they go to submit. How are you doing? They go to submit without reading paper. Go and see. Rafo Samamwebe. That is all baby school. But Oima, it is government of Agbero. For Agbero, given by the Agberos. People that rep political science, they are not there. I've been working now. Let's assume the party have been bad. Let's also project that good person on the dollar. It is the same thing. A man who cannot talk in the public. It's like a Modion Yiko Mighty Gwan. Or Modion Yiko Mighty Gwan. Then a Caterian. I'm a citizen. You are an idiot. That idiot will be. As you are stupid tonight, your stupidity will remain. Senator, they do their own for us. Police, they do their own. It's all for to set the record straight. This kind of life we are going to. When people start complaining, they call Abako in Abako 2 verse 2. Abako told them, write the vision and make it plain. Now, if you ask them, they don't know what they need. The people that be stealing and food, for example, let me use the word stealing and food. They know them. Why not go after them? then you are still punishing the masses. Then one idiot is in live Facebook talking about the ground running. As Nigeria is rehabilitated today, the pay people are feeling. God don't mind the enemy too. Let the same people supporting the same government feel the same pains. The same people supporting this very government, let them feel the same pains. If they have graphene outside in their system and type protein, tonight I wake it up. If I'm called by God tonight, you will have sleepless nights. Microbitis will visit you tonight. The thing he is all play all the time. Here don't you might have political hallelujah boys. They turn us as if we're in a state of categorical species. Who does that? You think my life is not good? Or you think I'm suffering? They will intimidate, or people can intimidate everybody. You go first salute me. Now you go first greet me good morning. I don't take nonsense you take. I will not say because I'm comfortable or I fought for my right. I have to see extend the same hand of olive to everyone. That's why I do what I do. Today I'm starting representing people that is in pain. Be that way you are by done and support. So bad thing will embrace you all the rest of your life. What you have labored for, you will lose it. Go and see, people cannot afford for it. I sent somebody a message job within Benin there. He was giving me calculation. Only one place or you. He was giving me 3,000 naira calculation just for message. I said, so these countries are bad like this. 3,000 naira for transportation. Just within Benin. They now Donna Baba, you are this way, so please. 3,000 naira. Then you are there sitting down on top of your video. We don't know who to spoil Nigeria. If they ever tell me now I'm working now, even though I would sleep. I don't know who spoil Nigeria. I don't know where I direct my anger. Then why are we deceiving ourselves? Later they say, you know, you are an APC, you are a freedom fighter, God will punish you there. I feel what you walk past as you are deceiving people, so God Almighty will deceive you. So my you're awe amike we am area why you want sefa graphene outside the rag one of you must go down over this atrocity you are doing. When we make your bow, that bow you want to go give my name, give. Isakmana and arrange your own arrange you want. Enemy too we collapse on their head. Does that? Look at a good environment. Everybody just enjoy. They are enjoying their society. They are enjoying their society. Me I'm going to remember okay why we total okay no is call very Brussels see. No call that come from Nigeria. We not receive a call in o do we must see go and see now vigilante or give OG. Vigilante that they made to secure the people. Thief go thief finish vigilante or see cramp. Collect food from for road. God give it to village that did it. The state is toxic every day by day. Now we are talking about how to fix the world. Then a lot of people are talking about local. I don't play local league. I'm too global for that shit, man. I don't play. This is what I know how to do. We don't give too much into the world to come. But this is some of the preliminary of what our TVs have done, what people pray have done. I'm not fear bomb before. But on a moya will give Paris. This is where our leader will go before I go. They are never one they come back home with a reasonable thing. First time in history since 1963. They were what Kwame stand for. Under the new Africa colonialism. Patricio Lumumba of Democratic Republic of Congo. The same way do you know how many of our leaders who these people have killed? But we are solid behind them. We are solid behind them. Be a kagege. Man, I'm going to meeting. Be a kagege. I'm with my head. Then eru was saver or na ya zuo yo zuore emilokon erio ya eriwa ya do abun dan no mama. A government is so wabo. Oh my God, see Obama. Oh my God, see Donald Trump. Oh my God, bodyguard ekun. Oh my yewu. Yan wa mi opportunity kere in ran. Abo bi esun amiwa. very wretched in spirit. Or manongle no where we born on a level where if you want to see president, you can see any president abroad. We are guy fian yan gbekun wagbon yan do away nana or man who ne dead man walking or siwe o waru eruli gbelu wagbon diot no mama. Please guys, for those of you watching, today is Sunday 25th June 2023. So please, this is the very day, this is the very year, or the very month, or the very week that African leader they does wonder. First time in history that they're going to dinner table to human civilization, but not as a waiter, not as a food to be eaten, but as a dinner. Kudos to all African leaders, particularly Cyril Ramaphosa, and also South Africa President, also William Ruto of Kenya, and all African leaders that were there. God will bless all of them in a hurry. So for those of us that want to reach us at time, telephone number +34 631056284. Our telephone number +34 631056284. That's our telephone number. Please follow us on the donation, follow us on National Patriot Association, follow us on New World Construction Limited, and also subscribe to our YouTube channel, IAICP TV. IAICP TV is our YouTube channel. IAICP TV is our YouTube channel, and our backup YouTube channel is InterUdu, INTEROUDU 247. INTEROUDU 247. And also subscribe to the YouTube channel, our main YouTube channel, IAICP TV. So God bless you all and have a nice day. From me here, remain blessed.
Now we don't hear from Comrade Newton. Let us know what you think for comment section. If you never subscribe to Dan ARG YouTube, try make you subscribe so that make you for the hear all the things where they happen for Nigeria. Make I leave you with this video, make you help us share them. Thank you for watching Dan ARG YouTube.